By now, you had to have seen how MAGA loves to talk tough until someone on the left talks back, and then they get their feelings hurt, like this lady.
I'm wondering if anyone else out there on TikTok is experiencing extremely rude Democrats, commenting on how you look, what you're wearing, your beliefs, using name
The
calling,
real world.
derogatory statements, and just being plain nasty.
You post support for a man who incited an insurrection, wants to jail political opponents, and said he'd be a dictator on day one. But sure, let's talk about how someone made fun of your shirt. They're out here chanting, "No more bullshit," and wearing t-shirts that say, "Fuck your feelings," and suddenly they become little delicate daffodils the second a Democrat says something snarky on TikTok. They say, "Why are Democrats so mean?" As if being held accountable is the same thing as being attacked. As if disagreeing with them in words is somehow worse than the policies they support that actually harm people. Here's the thing. They cheer when trans people are banned from sports. They clap when rainbow flags are pulled down from state buildings. They scream groomer at teachers and librarians. They vote for policies that strip away reproductive rights. They sit in silence when the poor lose healthcare, housing, or help. But the second you say Jesus isn't your savior and Trump's a clown, suddenly they're victims of some leftist cruelty. This is what they do. They throw political haymakers all day long, and the moment the left hits back, just hits back, they call it abuse. They'll support a man who mocked disabled people and call soldiers losers and literally try to overthrow an election, but if someone on the left calls them out on TikTok, suddenly it's uncalled for. It's the most fragile form of fake strength we've ever seen. They act like they're the party of hard truths. They love to say life's not fair and suck it up, and if you don't like it, you can leave. But the moment someone criticizes their views, they go full snowflake. Yeah, snowflake. The term they spent years throwing at us while pretending they were the last real American standing. But here's the truth. They don't want freedom. They want control. They want their version of America, not the real one. Not the messy, diverse, freedom of religion, separation of church and state, equality under the law version. They want a curated version. They want white, Christian, straight, obedient. And when the rest of us say, no thanks, they act like they're being persecuted. They're not mad that we're being mean. They're mad that we're not backing down. Because the left they were used to, the one that played nice and stayed quiet and begged for compromise, that version is gone. They want to ban books and erase identities and dictate morality and call it patriotism. But when somebody mocks their hypocrisy, they call it hateful? No. It's factual. They want to make America a place where only their version of life is allowed, where protest is punished, where speech is censored unless it's theirs, where religion guides the law, their religion, not yours. And if you push back, they cry victim. They'll nod along to cruelty and then act shocked at confrontation. They'll shout over everyone in the room, but when the room shouts back, they run to play the martyr. This isn't about being mean. It's letting them know that they're not going to be able to bully the country into silence anymore. Because they've had the mic for years. They've used it to divide, distort, and destroy trust in democracy. And now that the people are talking back, they can't handle it. Well, too bad. Because this version of the left, the dark left, we simply say, go fuck yourself. We're not here to soothe your ego or politely disagree while rights get stripped away. We're here to confront lies with facts, to meet cruelty with clarity, and remind them that being loud doesn't mean you're right. It just means you're not used to being challenged. Those days are over. So if they want to keep throwing punches, they better get used to the counter, because we're not backing down. Not now, not ever.